To make a decoy soldier, he hung his coat and hat on the rifle butt, then lifted the rifle above the wall to lure the enemy sniper into shooting. This allowed him to use binoculars to locate the shooter's position, but he accidentally knocked the hat loose and it dropped, immediately revealing his ruse to the enemy. Right now, Jimmy felt utterly hopeless. He had been stuck behind that wall for an entire day and night. The second he stepped out from the wall, a bullet would hit his head. On top of that, he had run out of water. If this continued, even without being shot, he would die from thirst. To make matters worse, his communication radio with headquarters was already wrecked earlier, during the exchange of gunfire with the sniper. The only functional radio belonged to his fallen comrade, but it lay beyond the wall, even though it was barely 5 meters away from Jimmy. He couldn't risk rushing out to retrieve it. In a frantic attempt, Jimmy spotted a wooden rod near the wall's edge. He then extracted a section of wire mesh from the crumbling wall and fashioned it into a makeshift hook around the stick. He believed this contraption could snag the radio successfully, but peering outside, he saw the stick fell far short of reaching, and it couldn't get to the radio no matter what. Luckily, a powerful gust of wind kicked up, sending sand flying all around. This sparked a daring thought in Jimmy's mind. He decided to use the sandstorm as a shield to sprint to his teammate's body. The sniper spotted his movements but couldn't take the shot in time, so Jimmy managed to snatch the radio. His luck ran out on the return trip. While the sandstorm made it hard for the shooter to see, Jimmy still took a bullet in his right leg. Even after making it back behind the wall, the enemy kept firing multiple rounds that collapsed almost half the wall. Jimmy fought through the agony and painfully dragged himself to the remaining section, narrowly escaping death. Yet the worst part was his newly acquired radio getting wrecked in the gunfire. To stay alive, Jimmy knew he had to eliminate that sniper. Based on the earlier shots, he figured the enemy was concealed in the trash heap opposite, but still couldn't lock onto the precise spot. Just when Jimmy was giving up hope, he suddenly noticed an injured teammate beginning to stir. The teammate was fully visible to the enemy's sight. Even a slightly bigger motion would get noticed. He had no choice but to carefully retrieve a tiny mirror from his clothes. Following Jimmy's signals, he then used the mirror's reflection to accurately pinpoint the sniper's location, but he lacked the energy to explain everything to Jimmy. So he could only gradually shift his body toward the sniper gun. Once he managed to grip the rifle stock, he flipped his body over and slowly positioned the sniper rifle. Fortunately, the sandstorm was intensifying. The enemy remained unaware of his movements. He aimed to create an opening for his ally. Jimmy intentionally fired rounds skyward to divert the enemy's focus, yet the intense sandstorm obscured his teammate's sight. He managed only a few shots toward the enemy's approximate position. As he reloaded to keep firing, the enemy abruptly launched a retaliation. Jimmy stood by powerless as his teammate fell.